Now I don't know if this is going to show or not. This is pretty dry. Starting to look like it's got some kind of curve to it. Anyway, you can see that the hand sanding don't take too long. Alright, look at this side from the tail light to the center, coming out just about 1/8 of an inch. Just inside the bolt holes. So tail light to the center, looks like we're at 16, so we're a little high right here in the bottom. If we go across the top here, that looks pretty straight, and we look here, it looks pretty straight. So looks like we've got a high spot right in here, and just looking at it, that's what it looks like, high spot. I'll sand that down a little and see what it looks like. Now if we match this at the center, looks like right at the edge of the tail lights, about 1/4 of an inch. Matching here at the center, 1/4, 3/8. The top is pretty much straight. It starts to go in at the tail light. Here, top's pretty straight, starts to go in at the tail light. Here in the middle, I got like a 1/4 inch when it's straight here, 1/4 inch there. Looking down at here, it looks like most of my bend is about that much, so that would be most of the bend in here. So it looks like I still got a little bit of a high spot right there. I put too much Bondo on it a while ago, but so I'm going to get something a little stiffer than that. I'll probably put a piece of sandpaper on this and try it. Trim that a little. Looks like here at the tail light, hold it flat right at the center. Start to come out like 1/4 of an inch. Hold this at the tail light straight, and looks like we're almost the same distance. Might have a little high spot right there, but basically I can got a nice curve in it. Curve looks good from this side, about the same. Looks good across the bottom. Looks like I might need a little fill right in there. So I'll just put one more final little skim coat of Bondo on here, and I think I should be just about done with this. This time I mixed it up with some of this plastic honey stuff, and put it on with a good metal scraper. So it looks pretty nice. I can see it's got a pretty nice curve. Looks like it might still have a little high spot there, or maybe this side's a little low. But I really can't tell until it's in the primer. I think it's a little high. Again, I can stick the bumper on there again and see what needs to be adjusted. But basically that's got a nice curve to it. I think I still have to work on this bottom piece a little. Now I got a curve in it, about 1/4 of an inch. And here, it's about 1/4 of an inch too. Like this one might have a little more curve to it, but I got a little low spot right there. Basically it looks pretty good, and I put thin layer of Bondo on this as I was working that top piece, so it should be dead flat, so it looks pretty flat. Anyway, this is good enough for now. I'll let it dry and sand it off with probably 80 grit this time instead of this big heavy 40 grit, and throw some primer on it, and then I can tell what it's going to look like. That looks pretty good. Got a nice curve in it. Looks like it's coming in a little towards the tail light here. A little same there. So this is good. But what I was noticing is that this has got like a 1-inch radius, and here I've got a sharp edge. So I'm going to have to mark a line to see where this is. It looks like it's going right there to that top corner of this, which I really don't have that, but this corner over here is good, and it looks like it's probably going the same thing to there. So what I'm going to do is take a felt pen and put a line in there. It's going to tell me where the top of my curve is. Try to get this from flat to round. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. Well, I put me a piece of tape right at the top of that curve, and you can see as it gets over here, it's needs to come out quite a bit. Whatever this sharp edge here needs to come out, and probably another 1/4 of an inch. Probably in this area right here, need to have a hump of Bondo. So what I'm going to do is take a Bondo spreader, and I'm going to cut it to match that profile right there, and put some Bondo in this area and try to get that rough shape into here with wet Bondo, and then move on from there. Now here I've got this pretty much cut out to the right shape. It's dropping away right here, but I should be able to go across here, at least up to here. Maybe I ought to cut this thing off so I can go under this tail light, but it only needs to go to the tail light. So I go from here to here. Yeah, it's going to definitely put a lot right in here. This is pretty good right there, but it looks like it's going to give me this angle. Right now it's way too steep, it's going in too far. So I need quite a bit of Bondo across here, and looks like it's matching good there. Well, that kind of worked. Not very good actually, but it did get the general shape into this. You can see my spreader here, and it did a fair job. I didn't expect it was going to be real good. I was able to go back and forth on it both ways, and get some kind of a little bit of a profile in there. I'm still a long ways from around. Yeah, that's pretty dry. Let me sand some of this out of here. Well, it actually kind of worked. You can see the gap that I got there. It gets over here, it's a little messed up, but did fill up that bottom piece. Got it mostly straight. It looks like here is where it hits the metal. I wound up getting a little low spot right in here because this is dinned in. But I think I'm going to fill this a little more and actually put another coat across all of that. Try to get this round edge in here, and is actually doing a pretty good job right in this area. So a little faster than just trying to build it all from scratch. So anyway, there's some kind of a tip if you, this doesn't work real super good, but it'll give you a rough shape fairly quickly. It'll cost you a 50-cent thing. I'll put a little more in here and see if I can get this straighter and get my lows filled. Now there's a thin layer of Bondo on it. Looks like I'm getting my round part in it. We got a little bit of low spot right there still, and a couple highs. Got a little too much Bondo. but it's starting to take shape. Just really wasn't planning on this. I actually wasn't planning on any of this stuff back here. I thought I could just wire brush it and prime it and be done. 2 days later, I'm still putting Bondo on it. Yeah, I threw a little primer on it. Looks pretty good. I've got a fairly nice round radius. Looks real straight from the top. And I've got a nice curve in that. Put the bumper on it and see what that looks like. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Got a curved spot here. And this is, I never get my tape off of here. Kind of see the curve there. Bumper's going out to in. From this side, went out to in. Looks real good from here. Got a curve on that one. Got a little curve on this one. Lines are straight across the tail light. The valence is flat under it. Basically, it looks real good. This bumper doesn't look like it's bent. Comes out a little further there in the middle than I would think it should be. I might try to bend it a little. And my bumper holds here. They're on the outside of this one all the way. Got like a 1/2 inch of bumper here, and the whole edge of the bumper here. How close is that? Yeah, it looked like this one. I don't know, I'll try to do something with it. I would think the bumper would line up with the tail light, or at least parallel to it, but that's got nothing to do with this valence piece. Yeah, it looks real good. Might be a little bit caved in, but right down in here, like 3/8 of an inch, and right down in here, like maybe 1/4. So I'm within 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch of where it should be. And of course, this bumper's not bolted down. The light's right at the edge of the bumper. And here the light's on the inside edge, so this bumper actually has got to go in. Yeah, it'll still go in. I'll have to do a little tweaking on that to get both sides the same. But that's going to be with this big brace here, and whatever adjustments I got there. basically it's looks real good. This was the main thing, that this gap is straight, and you know, that little red tail piece here will cover up some, not a lot, but some. I think once it's all together, nobody would ever be able to tell that there was any body work done. And I'll clean up all this area in here and de-rust it, and paint it eventually. But as far as that tail piece, looks like it's a done deal.